Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Cynthia. Welcome. If you end up liking this reading or liking my work in general, please subscribe and come back. I try to post multiple times a week. That's my current goal. Eventually, I'd like to do at least daily, but I'm kind of still working up to that, and I have other demands on my time in terms of my work and all that. So anyways, let's just see here. I'm kind of feeling inspired to, I keep setting these goals and then forgetting about them. And I remembered wanting to do like this sort of comprehensive layout that I've been wanting to do for the channel for a while, and I keep forgetting I want to make little cheat sheets for under the cards because there's so many positions I'm not going to remember without them. So I'll just, that's going to be coming up here at some point, as long as I don't keep forgetting about it. So maybe we'll just do, I'm kind of feeling drawn to pulling from the hidden truth here. So this might turn into a love reading because these are typically love messages. What's important for you to know from a soulmate or a love interest? What's important for you to know in love right now? I look for you everywhere. I hid who I really am from you. I know that I crossed the line with you. You and I were too young. So someone's looking back on your relationship, and what it sounds to me is they're trying to make sense of what happened between you. They're missing you. They feel like they made some mistakes and screwed some things up with you, possibly because they were too young to handle it and didn't know how to deal with the connection. And they also weren't really sure how to show up authentically. They were still living in a way that had them feeling like they have to, you know, perform in terms of if they want to meet someone or if they want to find a partner, they have to not be who they are, right? They have to show up in a performative way. And that's often a mistake of young people, right? Of like, I'm not good enough. I have to adopt some kind of persona in order to convince people that I am good enough, right? That's a pretty human challenge that most people are up against at some point in their life. So this person's having some regret, it sounds like. What else to know? What else to know about this? What else to know about this situation here? This person's missing you. They feel like they were too young and maybe they botched the relationship because of that. And it's pretty common when you're grieving a loss like that, that you feel like you see the person everywhere you look, or that you're constantly looking for them. So someone's really in their feelings about you. What else do you need to know about this situation? Presence of absence, and I was picking up on this card before I even split the deck. So again, someone's really missing you. Your absence is very present in someone's life. They're going back over, reflecting on the time that you had together, just like this picture. This person is missing their late loved one, possibly, or their relationship of the past, and their absence is so felt that it's almost like they're there, right? What else do you need to know? Yeah, this person, the card is emptied. So let's see what that says, because they feel lost, right? They feel empty without you. It's card number 24, the ending and beginning on either side of the same door, right? So lots of reflection. Emptiness can feel like the end of a no-through road. We do not see the feeling of despair for the chrysalis that it is. Upon emerging from a dark night of the soul is a gateway, inviting us into a new way of being in the world. So this is really heavy for this person. They're going through a dark night of the soul because, in part, of this relationship. It's not uncommon for life to confront us with situations that seem to extinguish our light for some time. However, it's rare for individuals to disclose the degree of despair experienced during this period. Boy, isn't that the truth? So this person may not be letting on that they're going through this. You may have no idea that this person's really on this dark night of the soul about this relationship. I know when I've gone through a dark night of the soul, I often didn't say anything to anyone about it. I just went into the cocoon, right? Exhaustion and depleted resources from the end of a career choice, relationship, or phase can leave us believing that our efforts, aspirations, and opportunities to make something of ourselves were in vain, that our best was not enough to make our lives work in the way that we had hoped. Unwanted events can cause such inner upheaval that our will to continue trying weakens significantly. The power for any period of hopelessness or withdrawal to bring us to our edge is not to be underestimated. No one goes through life untouched. Regardless of what hand we are dealt or the path that we walk, life is capable of emptying every one of us of everything that we have to give and all that we believe we are. When this happens, to whatever degree, we are left feeling defeated, fragile, and blind as to what to do next. Any degree of emptiness you experience is a blessing. Like a womb, it has the power to birth new life. While our circumstances may seem to be in ruins and empty, trust that a process of renewal and fulfillment is happening within all that we cannot see. Just as the seeds of spring are present and growing in unseen ways throughout the winter, the emptiness is a door that eventually opens into new perspective. So this can't, like it said in the card, this process can't be overstated, how difficult it can be and how challenging it can be. And what it's coming through here is that this might be a twin flame relationship. It's somebody is really going through something like a pivotal experience in life, a dark night of the soul. You can't rush a dark night of the soul. You can't, once it's in motion, you can't really stop it. You triggered this in this person, and that often is what happens when it's a twin flame relationship. So let's find out what else. This person feels badly about how things went with you to the point that it's triggered something really profound for them. A dark night of the soul. They're being emptied out. They're reevaluating every move that they've made or didn't make, right? What else to know about this? Yeah, it's had this person, it's hitting this person like a ton of bricks. It's like they may not have been, if this is like a divinely or spiritually meant to be connection, this person didn't understand it until now. They're realizing now what a gift you were in their life. They're really, it's turning their world upside down. They feel like an absolute, they feel like they're lower than low, or because they hurt you. They're feeling like the worst kind of low. And this person felt too immature to they feel that they handled you in a very immature way, that they weren't ready for love, that they were too young. And now they're being faced with this, and it's causing like a dark night of the soul. They feel trapped in the loss. They feel like they can't escape the level of sorrow that they're in over your situation. They're really feeling heartbroken over you. What happened? They're feeling terrible. What line did they cross? Why are they feeling so terrible? What line did they cross with you? What happened? I mean, they feel like they're just the worst of the worst. What happened? What did they do here? It's like they let their family get in the way. They didn't stand up to their family about you. Who's the commitment with here? You're this healer. You might be an air sign, but you don't have to be. But you're a healer and a starseed, and you were a gift in this person's life, but their family might not have been in favor of it, and they just let their family control their decisions. They didn't stand up to their family. Is this commitment referencing your commitment? Yeah. Yeah, it might have even been this person's father. Um, this person's dad worked against you, their parents, their family, their elders. And it could even be, for some, very specifically their dad. For other people, it doesn't have to be a father per se. It's just someone in their family. They let their family talk them out of it. This is what is going on here. So with that in mind, what do we need to know? What do you need to know? It's because why is this coming out for you? Why is this coming out? I'm picking up Scrabble, so I wasn't planning to do tiles, but it's saying to do the tiles today because there's going to be information that comes out in the tiles that's important. What is going on? What happened? What happened in this person's family? What's the story here? In fact, I know what we're going to do. We're going to do the Fool card, and we're going to do a point in time reading. Because, oh my God, that's right. This person really fucked up. They made some mistakes because they were immature. And now there's a song coming through. And this song would not leave me alone for the last 48 hours. And I'm glad it came back through because it's for this reading. It's by Normani and Sam Smith, I think is his name. Look what you made me do. I'm with somebody new. Oh, baby, baby, I'm dancing with a stranger. And so that song, Google the lyrics. I have goosebumps. This person couldn't get over you. They listened to their family, so they let you go. They didn't pursue you. They didn't tell you how they felt, whatever. They cut ties. They let you go. They may have ghosted you because of their family. And then they went and found somebody else to try to forget you, but they can't forget you. And then it's almost like they got mad at you for that, okay? Because that's why that song's coming through. Dancing with a Stranger, that song has meaning for someone. I'm trying to find the Fool card here. I can't remember what it looks like in this deck. Hopefully I don't. There it is. Okay, so we're going to do a point in time. What happened so that we can find out what happened between you? What did they do? What happened in this connection between you and this person? This person listened to their family. They decided to not pursue the connection with you. But then they couldn't forget you, so they tried to replace you with someone else. And then they found that that made them even sadder. And now here we are in this point in time. But I want to know more about, it was toxic family, or family was against you being together. What happened? Why? So we have the Chariot in the upright in the bottom of the deck, which leads me to believe that some things are changing. What happened in this connection? Why did this break up? There was something to do with a toxic family, possibly a father figure. Or maybe there's, because that mature man was in the upright, so it's possible that a mature man is replaced somebody who, you know, like he's now a mature man. That's what I'm trying to get out. I don't know why that was so hard to get out. He was too young before and now he's grown up, right? So let's see, what do we got here? This person was a player. Something happened to disrupt their happy home life. What is going on? Because what I'm picking up here with this page of discs, with this baby card, what I'm actually picking up is that there was a baby involved here. I think this player ended up in a situation with someone else, and they're gonna have a baby, like a baby trap kind of thing. Or it may not have been an actual trap, but they feel trapped because that bondage card came out. And now here we are in time. It's like they maybe they know how you really feel now, or they are just realizing what a gift you were in their life, and they realizing that they blew it somehow. I don't know why they're feeling this way all of a sudden. Maybe because of this baby, and that's very sad to say, but that's what's here. This Three of Swords, family situation. This is not the kind of joyful pregnancy. These are not the cards you want to see when there's a happy pregnancy. This is not a happy situation. It's been a devastating blow to this player. They feel like they've been working and working and working, and they're not getting anywhere. They're not getting anywhere except more and more disappointment in their life. It's like they chose wrong. They chose somebody else. That song is again coming through with Normani, where they ended up in a different connection than you. They chose a different person, and they see clearly now that they chose wrong. I mean, I don't know why this is coming through though. Maybe you need to know that. Maybe you've also been sad about this and you needed to know that they're sad. I mean, what is the point of you knowing this? I'm glad we got the clarity here. Somebody feels trapped in another relationship or another family situation. That's what that toxic family was. They're going to become a father possibly, but they don't want to have a child with this person. And so it's now a problem, and they feel trapped, and I don't know why this is coming out for you though. Why do you need to know this? Why do you need to know? Things are changing quickly, maybe? That's what was coming through. Actually, I'm not going to use these cards. I'm going to use these. So someone's feeling trapped in this other situation. They're seeing that you were everything that they ever wanted. They blew it. They feel horrible. They feel like they're just terrible. They don't want to be in the situation that they're in. I'm picking up on someone that might even be going to be having a baby with someone that they don't want to have a child with. And I don't wish that on anyone, especially the child. And I'm really sorry to be saying that out loud, but that's what's coming through with that baby card. So what should you do? Like, why is this coming out? What's some advice here? What's some advice for you, viewer? Because I don't understand why this sorrowful story is coming out. It's a judgment day. You're entering into a new era. This is a judgment day in your life too. It's not just a judgment day for that person. It's coming out because it's going to cause your reality to change as well. You're dramatically, like, for the better. Something for the better is going to happen here. We've got the Three of Wands in the advice position, which strikes me as just pursuing your creative projects and maintaining your sovereignty, because where things are headed is the Nine of Pentacles, which shows me that you're going to be on your own. You're not interested in rescuing this person from their situation that they've gotten themselves trapped in. We have the Page of Cups, so they might be coming to make an apology to you. What's your advice? Is to do your heal, work on your creative projects, be strong, because there's communication coming in of a positive nature. So something about this is going to impact you in a positive way. Maybe this person's going to come in and apologize to you and tell you they realize they blew it, that they fucked everything up, that they feel terrible. What's the new world for you though? Because this reading is triggering me. I'm feeling triggered by this. So maybe this is why it's coming out, as you're going to feel triggered by it. Because it's going to be what you want to hear, but it's saying you're going to be staying on your own. Why? What's the new world that's coming for you? Your own happy family? The new era coming for you is that this guy is going to come and tell you the truth. This person that feels like they fucked up everything with you is going to come and tell you the truth fairly quickly. And it's going to usher in a new era for you. Why? Because you're going to have a choice. Maybe you didn't have a choice before. You didn't choose, they chose. They chose someone else, and you were forced to walk away and start anew and start over. And it was devastating for you. Now this person sees how devastated they are, that they lost you. They also are aware that they caused devastation for you. What's happening now is that they're going to come tell you the truth, and it's going to be an opportunity for you to make a decision. Why is this saying Nine of Pentacles and where things are going? Maybe this is just going to make you feel better. I don't understand. What's the Nine of Pentacles? Like, why is this so... Why do you need to... What do you care? Why should you care? It's saying because you're going to have options. And so before you just rush to get with this person or forgive them or pretend that they didn't hurt you and choose someone else over you and listen to their family over you and Before you just decide, oh, I will love you too, let's get back together, there's somebody else that's interested in you. And it's all going to come to light. And it's saying stay on your own because you're going to have a lot of options. And if you race to make a choice in this situation, you might miss out on what the other option is, because you're going to have your option. Your choices in love are coming for you. So what are your choices in love now that we know this? What are your choices in love now that we know? Yeah, you are a Queen of Cups, that's for sure. You're going to have your choice in the realm of the heart. You've got two kings, a King of Wands and a King of Swords coming towards you. So you made the best out of it. You walked away. You maintained your dignity and your strength, and you walked away and entered into a different reality. Well, now here comes, this person's going to apologize now. You are fully in your power. You're a high priestess. That's what that Nine of Pentacles was. For whatever reason that feels like a vulnerability to you, you're still nursing the wounds that this relationship caused. You were heartbroken over it. The strength is that he's returning, and he's going to make an apology with this Page of Cups and tell you how he really feels. That's the strength. That's your strength in this situation. You're having trouble believing that, or having doubts, or you're going to have doubts when they show up and apologize, that you can trust them. But it's an opportunity for a brand new beginning. It's going to be work, though. What is the Seven of Pentacles and the outcome? There's a bunch of incoming communication. It's going to really shock you and make you feel like you don't know what to do. That's why it's saying just stick to yourself for a while. It's going to be work, but this person wants to do the work and make the effort. Yeah, the Chariot is here again. Things are going to be changing quickly now. And it's just saying you take your time. Take your time, go within. You're a high priestess. This person's a hierophant and a magus, okay? It's going to shock you, and you're going to have trouble trusting it. It's going to create doubt within you. So now what do you need to know? It's said to take your time and stay to yourself for a bit while you sort through this person's motives. What other advice for you? What other advice for you? What else should you know? What else should you know? Keep your sense of humor and keep doing your own work, your own inner work. There's some kind of an ancestral pattern or bloodline in your family lineage thing. There was that toxic family. It may have been that this person's culture or family wouldn't allow them to be with someone like you for whatever reason. Look for what's being left out. What is the missing element? So when this person comes and tells you their truth, they may want to rush you into a commitment or rush you into agreeing to give them a second chance. That's what I'm channeling. The missing element is patience. So it's okay to take your time. Something about this, I'm really annoyed. I feel a lot of aggression, and this card didn't come out. Get your house in order, cleanse your space, clear out clutter. I feel like this is that message to the masculine. He needs to get it together. I'm annoyed. I'm really annoyed. I feel like I might be annoyed with you, or I might be picking up on your annoyance, because this person's apology is going to be coming in and at not the greatest time. It's nice that they're apologizing, but what I feel like is that it's inconvenient for you. It's an inconvenient time where you're going to be forced to, you're going to feel like, okay, once again, this person's derailing my life, and I don't want to, and I'm no longer letting this person derail my life, except here they are doing it again. That's how it's going to feel. And it's saying, don't be hasty to reject them or to accept their offer. It's just saying to take a minute and slow down and go within and listen to your own energy. It doesn't matter what the person says. What matters is what's happening for you intuitively in the moment. And you want to protect your peace and your energy. And I'm annoyed. Something is annoying. Something doesn't want this message to come out. Something is interfering. I can feel interference. I can feel interference all over this reading. I can feel it happening right now. It's really aggravating. And in fact, I think that's what anger I'm feeling is not yours, and it's not this person's. I think it's another party. I think I don't know what it is, but I want it to get out of the space, get out of here. This is really aggravating. I could give two fucks about a fucking karmic energy trying to interfere with this reading. I don't fucking care to indulge your bullshit tears and entitled energy. Get out of this fucking reading. Get out. Get out. So what's some advice for you? What's some advice for you? What's some advice for you? We're going to do these again. This box is irritating me. So we're going to do that to stop that from happening anymore, because I'm annoyed. I'm sick of being annoyed with my own cards because I'm annoyed with the box. Okay. What's your advice? What's some advice for you? What's some advice for you about this heartbroken person that feels that they've fumbled you? They feel that they were too immature to handle you. They played games with you. They went and found somebody else and tried to replace you. Found out that that was a huge mistake. Now they feel trapped. But get ready, because they're going to come and tell you some truths about the situation. You're being advised to don't let them rush you. Take your time. Now here's also some advice. What other advice? We have book in the reverse. Will turning the page open Pandora's box? So you're maybe going to feel apprehensive about opening the whole thing back up again. You might be feeling like, if I open this bowel back up, what's going to happen? Am I going to lose total control? You're going to have to embrace and accept the pain that this person caused you in the past and face it. Otherwise, it will open it all back up again. So by facing what happened before that hurt you, it was close to home. It may have hurt you, like we said, it was someone's family that was interfering, and it hurt. It hurt you that this family didn't accept you or whatever, right? Or would not accept you. So you have to deal with that. You have to face that. That's the first thing. Love in the reverse. Acknowledge that difference can create distance. Yeah, we already know that. You guys are different. The family didn't accept you. It created distance. The plant kingdom should be included in addressing this issue. So maybe smudging, right? Like I just did, to get that toxic energy off me, because you're a loyal person. You understand loyalty and value it. Maybe this person comes from a family that doesn't understand loyalty. I don't know. Harvest. Again, I'm feeling annoyed. I don't know whose energy I'm feeling, but I want to get out of here. I don't even want to be in this reading anymore. Working together can bring great rewards, so it's important to know that there could be real potential with this person as well, even though the things that were different between you created distance in the past. There's a potential for it to be a great reward, because you're very authentic and real, and this person knows that. This person would be lucky to have you, and in fact it would create all kinds of talk and generate a lot of attention if you were together. Like you might be kind of a power couple, right? And then, so that's important to know. You could do great things together. And then finally, suspicion, upright. Keep a wary eye on how things are evolving. Yeah, so you would also need to, like in that Queen of Swords energy that came up more than once, you would need to speak your truth at the first sign of any fuck shit from this masculine, right? Because he was too immature in the past, and he may still at times bring that kind of energy to the equation, and you're saying no. You're gonna establish a new legacy here that puts that behind you, and that you're gonna watch for any family interference going forward as well with this Tree card. So you're just going to have to keep, if you decide that you're open to working with this masculine, you're going to have to keep your eyes open. It's saying there's potential, though. It wouldn't be a terrible thing. But don't let yourself be rushed. And be prepared to, it might generate talk. What do we need to know? Who else needs to know what about this situation? Finny is the name, Finny. Cape and sea, so somebody might live out on a coast, on a cape, or on the sea, on the ocean. Bow, someone might like bows or shoot a bow and arrow. Anna is here, the name. Cove. So we've got sea, cape, and cove. Somebody lives on the coast. King. We have king here, and we had kings as a big theme of the reading. There were 3 kings that came out. We have ape. Someone might be into NFTs because we have open sea here, and ape. So that strikes me as like NFT. Yeah, and then here's NFT right there. Oh no, there's no T, but whatever. Fine. Yes. Boa. Like a boa constrictor. The Associated Press, and we talked about words and gossip and talk. You could end up being famous, or you are famous. Woven. Someone might be into weaving here. Someone might be a Knicks fan, the New York Knicks. Face. That strikes me as that card saying your scars are beautiful, don't hide them. So that strikes me back to that family not accepting you. Jasenia is here, is a name. Nina. Pina, like pineapple. Fina, like fine. This is the second time Paco. I don't know who that is, but Paco. That's come out twice. Age, there might be an age difference, and that was part of the family challenge. Back. Wage, there might be economic differences between you. And back, like back pay, someone might be getting back pay here. Becky. And then we have basic. So you might have felt like they chose someone basic over you, like a Becky. Kentucky is here. Gynecology, someone might need to go to the gynecologist. Kev, something about intuitive Kev is coming through that card. You might watch intuitive Kev, or you are intuitive. Now we've got Pennsylvania coming through. Yeah, you're an intuitive Kev fan. Somebody is. I'm an intuitive Kev fan for sure. Bosco. Someone might be Basque. pain. That person's feeling a lot of pain about this situation. Georgia. So we've got Kentucky, Georgia, Wyoming here. Indiana, Washington, Pennsylvania. We have opinion. Eve, Ava, Ave, like bird. Avian here. We have an avian. No, so we have yes and no. Eek. Cute. Geek. Someone might have felt like a geek, or you might felt like a geek. Ho'oponopono is coming through, and we had that apology, so that might mean something to someone. Ho'oponopono is a Hawaiian prayer of apology and forgiveness. We have eagle. Pavi. Penal. Gas. Ease. Way. Yahweh. Yahweh. FOIA. Freedom of Information Act. So someone might be requesting FOIA documents. Pen we have here. Oven. Someone might be a chef. Peg again is coming through as a name. Peg. Ashe. Someone might practice Ifa. Ifa and Ashe are both here. Yeah, someone practices Ifa here. Ishe, Fawn, Kona. So we've got Kona coffee, we've got Fawn in terms of the Fawn tradition. We have coffee here as well. Someone maybe might be part of the embargo or the tariffs, are dealing with some of that. Someone's a VIP. Someone vapes. Web. noise, keen, and wail. Someone might be part of a tradition that does keening and wailing as part of their grieving process. Wailing and keening is here. We have wasp. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of a story. So wasps have meaning, and I meant to tell this story before for someone because it's going to have meaning. It's a story from my childhood. I had a really abusive stepmother, and I've actually wondered in the past if she was a practitioner of dark magic. I don't know, but there's some things that she did in my life that I look back and I'm like, what was her real story? So one of the things that she did when I was a child is we had a wasp nest that was built in our back deck, and somehow we got locked out of our house, and she called my dad at work, and my dad said, well, you figure it out. Like, I don't know what happened, but he couldn't come let her in. Maybe he was going out of town, or I don't know what. And so instead of wait for a locksmith, because she wanted to see if she could go in through the back, and my dad said, don't go through the back, there's all those wasps back there. But she didn't want to wait for a locksmith, so she went around the back, saw that the door was open, came and got me. She sat me in the yard and said, I'll be right back, and went up the back deck steps and saw that the door was open, the back sliding door. And so rather than wait, she went and got me and grabbed me and took me through the door that way. Well, the wasps attacked us while she was doing that, and I got like 3 different wasp stings, which is a big deal as a toddler. You don't want your toddler getting stung multiple times by wasps, and that's what happened to me. And so there's something about that story that has meaning. I'm just going to say, I don't know what it is. Nose. Yeah, I don't know. She was a really weird woman. She was a severe alcoholic. And in fact, this is my grandma Schneider. My grandma Schneider was so fierce as a woman, but my stepmother was also fierce, and she started using me like a pawn to control my dad. Basically, my stepmom did. And one time, this was my biological mom's mom, my biological grandmother. My biological mom passed away. And so at some point, my stepmom was meeting my grandmother somewhere between where we lived and my grandma's town, like halfway. And when she dropped me off, she went to my grandma and said, you may think that you're winning this time, but I'm holding all the cards, meaning me, as if there was some weird game. My grandma Schneider was like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? She made my grandmother an enemy from that day on, and I'm still here, and my stepmom's dead and died very young of alcoholism and lung cancer. So make of that what you will. That's going to be this reading. I hope it helped. It was a weird reading, I felt, but hopefully it's going to be helpful to someone, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for being here.